Welcome to Penrose Learning, where we make understanding easy.
You need admin rights and a current backup. Once you confirm those, sign out of all virtual machines and close their apps. Open Windows Features or PowerShell now because disabling Hyper-V modifies boot options and services. If you're on Pro, Enterprise, or Education, proceed. Home requires optional steps. Make sure virtualization isn't required by other software. Begin with Windows Features, uncheck Hyper-V, or prepare a PowerShell command. Both are immediate first actions that prevent boot conflicts. Once done with prerequisites, choose your method, GUI or command line. In Windows Features, uncheck Hyper-V and click OK. Restart when prompted. If you prefer PowerShell, run Disable Windows Optional Feature Online Feature Name Microsoft Hyper-V All and accept prompts. Then run bcdedit/set hypervisor launch type off to prevent hypervisor from starting. You may also stop related services with scconfig vmacompute start equals disabled. These steps ensure the hypervisor. After making changes, reboot at least once. Make sure the hypervisor is not listed in System Info or Task Manager. If Hyper-V persists, run bcdedit/set hypervisor launch type off again and reboot. To re-enable, use Enable Windows Optional Feature or set hypervisor launch type to auto. If you lose bridged networking or virtual adapters, reinstall them or run netint IP reset to restore the network stack. One key troubleshooting tip: Secure Boot or other virtualization features can block changes. Disable Secure Boot temporarily if steps fail.
Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, leave a like and consider subscribing. See you next time.